Hello, 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 you guys. It is your girl Sunshine here with another one. Yes, how are you, my boos? I missed you guys as always, as usual. Welcome back to Why You Tarot for Readings, all about you. Today we are doing a reading for the amazing Virgo gang when it comes to the matters of love. So we're going to see when it comes to love, what is crack-a-lacking? What is going on with Virgo's love life? Show me love. Show me love. Okay. So first we have here is the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So I do feel a sense of a little bit of a jump, a leap, because I mean from the page to the king, that's levels. Okay, like I consider like the page kind of like that teenager stage, and then you have the king, that's a man. So I feel as if there is some sort of knowledge that it's almost like you learned more about love, or there's some sort of knowledge upgrade, there's some sort of insight. I mean, she has a book in her hand, she's multitasking at things. You have the owl here, the hour is kind of, just comes in with that knowledge and that insight or that message. And also here with the bird, I just feel as if, and then there's another, I don't even know what that is that's flying in the back there, but I just feel as if that there's some sort of information that kind of comes through to you, which, I mean, we're talking about love, Virgos. Let's talk about love. Not, well, let's see what information is coming through. Tell me more about Virgo's love life. Yeah, you're getting some sort of clarity on something. Maybe did you have too many options? Because I mean, she does have four light bulbs in her hand, so it could be maybe more than one option and more than one person. Okay, we have here coming out is the Six of Cups, the Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Magician. Now, lots and lots and lots of swords energy. I mean, Virgos, you are probably in your head quite a bit about a particular love situation. Or even, I feel like it might be a sense of how you even view love. The weird thing about it, I know this is a love reading and I'm trying to get like a partner. I don't feel like this is about a partner. Oddly enough, I feel like it's like your career. It's like, what do you love to do? It's about going back to the roots, that thing that you may have done as a child. Of course, a Virgo would not have a love reading, right? But no, I feel like it's almost like you've been telling yourself you can't succeed in whatever this thing is. Like, it's not that you don't see you have talent or skill. You know you do have it, but it's like you don't see it for what it truly is. Like, for some reason, it's like, say example, you look at you did, I don't know, made a song, okay, and you're thinking about, oh, the song's not so good, it's all this, it's all that, but everyone's bumping to it, everyone's loving it, but you don't see that vibe. You're like, oh, it's trash, I gotta work at something else. Maybe it's that perfectionist quality that you have of wanting it to be perfect, could be coming through, but I just feel like it's almost like you've been told the wrong story, okay. And why I feel like it's coming up in regards to your love reading is because you're trying to find your purpose in what you do love to do. And it's almost like that's going to lead you to love. There's certain things that you're telling yourself that is keeping you locked up and trapped. When you looked at this Eight of Swords card, she's perfectly fine. But when you look here in the mirror, she's tied up. Her eyes are blindfolded. Her hands have, like, I think double ties on it. There's a bunch of like chaos around her. She doesn't know what to do. She's just kind of stuck. Um, And it's almost like the ego and the pride and the negative voices. I just feel there's a sense of just chirping, like something just chirping in your ear, just talk, 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 talk. There's a sense of there's certain inner dialogue that's being said that's not allowing you to push ahead to what you really want when it comes to love. Now you're going to take a leap of faith and go towards something that's more passionate, that gives you excitement, that brings you the joy. And by you taking that leap, it's the best thing that you can do for yourself, because you're going to become that magician. You're going to have all the elements, all the things that you completely need. When the magician has everything, magician has the swords, the cups, the pentacles, has everything, every single element, all of it, the fire, so that they have all they need in order to orchestra, spell up, beam into reality. So there's a sense of you learning harmony. I'm drawn to also the infinity sign here on the hood of the magician. There's a sense of starting back at the basics, starting back at the roots of what really brings you love, what really brings you joy. If we were to spin it on relationships, what I would say is, what will bring you that happiness is, the same way that a little kid, when they first get a pet, like when they're not afraid of it, of course, they have so much joy, they're so happy, that's their palace. I think it's like what is love to you? Like, what do you feel you require to have love, and what do you feel that you can give? There's a sense of going back to basics. It's almost like there was some point where you got lost, and now it's like you're trying to find your way out of it. Okay, so let's be done with that deck. I want some love. Okay, so in regards to Virgo, and when it comes to the matters of love, okay, so they get into this magician period. They're taking this leap of faith. They have done what they got to do. What's next? What's gonna happen when it comes to the matters of love for this person? When it comes to Virgos and love, what is the message? I love that the Sun card came out. Okay, when it comes to the matters of love, you will have success. You're growing. But I really feel like this thing that this passion you're trying to go towards is the best thing that you can do, because it's going to help you fill all the gaps when it comes to everything. There's some reason that this passion and this purpose has such a strong hold when it comes to love, for love in every form of your life, in every relationship of your life. And you're on the right track. You keep taking the steps that you need to take, and keep going towards what brings you excitement, what brings you joy, and how to do it. Like, and not put so much pressure on something. There's a lot of times where people will put pressure and they'll be like, I have to do this, I have to do it. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who says you really have to do it? You know? And I've had times where I've done that, me being a fellow Virgo. I have times where I've done that, and I'm like, whoa, 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 shine. Like, who said you had to have this ridiculous schedule? Like, you could just do it once a week. Why do you have to do it 10 times? And it's just like, if I could do it 10 times, great. But what happens? I get exhausted. I don't have enough time to do other things. Okay, so I have to prioritize. So one time's okay. And when I've taken time to readjust certain things, I've noticed that it was like, oh my God, there was no one else putting pressure on me. It was me. But for some reason in my mind at the time, it felt as if it was outside of me was putting pressure on it, like society or something, or like friends or family. But when I went into it, it's like, whoa, 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 who says I have to do this? Is example of, like, some people where they're like, okay, I'm gonna be self-employed, that means I have to have this much amount of money. No. Or I have to have like a cajillion houses. No. You could be making enough money that has one house, and you're perfectly fine, maybe a cottage or on the side or whatever, but you don't have to have this big thing. But I find that sometimes in society it puts this pressure on, like, the more that you do, the better it is. It's like, no, but are you working harder, or are you working smarter? So there's a sense of, I just feel as if you reevaluating what makes you happy, what brings you happiness, what's going to put that smile on your face, and for you to get into that energy. There's just a sense of going back to your roots, going back to basics, figuring out what really brings you that joy. And once you start to do that, and you start to be, it's almost like at the same time of, if you were to think about a baby, okay, and when a baby is first born, and can you think about if the parent were to yell at them like, "Oh, you're so dumb because you can't crawl anymore, and you don't crawl, so you're never gonna be able to walk," and da 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 da. It's like, no, you always encourage the baby. Oh, it's okay, you fell, try again, and it's the same energy which we don't give to ourselves. It's like almost like we'll give that to a friend, we'll be more, understanding to others, but to ourselves we'll be a little bit more down. So it's almost like treat yourself as the same thing as a kid. They had to drag themselves, then crawl, then they learn to stumble, and then they learn to walk, right? Some of walking kind of goes together, but the point is there's stages to it, and it's like, can you think about the process of that baby having to go through that, if they constantly had someone yelling at them that they're not good, they can't do it, they're da da da. And that's kind of what's a little bit going in your dialogue. For it's not like you're completely negative, but it could be like little tiny things that you could say, like, oh, this is not good enough. You didn't yell at yourself or anything, you weren't mean to yourself, but you said what you did wasn't good enough, so you never put it out because for whatever reason you're maybe comparing yourself to someone else, or I don't know. Just to close out the reading, interesting enough, so I have this, let me see if I can pull it out without making a huge mess. So I have these deck of cards off to the side, and I was drawn to what it says. I don't even know how to do up or down for you guys. I was drawn to what it said at the side. It was just like screaming out to me, and it says, "Believe in your own magic." And I feel like that's perfect for the message for you, is believing in your skills, your talents, and your abilities, and not putting this pressure on, I have to do it this way, I have to. No, you don't. If someone says, for example, you opened Instagram account, someone says you have to post every day. No, for your brand, maybe posting once a week is better than you posting every day. It's just, or maybe you don't have to find the time to post every single day. You're like, what, in my schedule I can post once a week, and that is fine for me. It will gradually and naturally grow, because what I'm giving is valuable. It is content. It's just going to take some time. It's steps. You got to start back at the steps, right? So I feel as if taking the pressure off yourself mentally will allow you to flow easier through the path you're going, and you're going to have success. Okay, whether it's career or love, no matter what, you're going towards what really brings you joy. And it's really great, because with it being the sun card, that boils down to 10. So you have the 1, and then you have the 10. So there is a sense of you completing this pattern, this chapter, but it's connected to what brings you passion, joy, and adventure in all aspects of your life. How you can really get more of that into your life, especially career wise. And then you're going to see everything's going to trickle down and work out beautifully. Okay, guys, we're gonna leave it at that. Many blessings until next time. It's your girl Sunshine. Deuces.